All right, so we're going to go into Rosebud in the Roblox game and see how it plays. So give it a few seconds to boot up. And let's see what happens here. So we have this character who appears at the spawning point, and he's in our mock-up of Rosebud in Roblox. The first thing is he says to himself, "Oh boy, I really have to go to the bathroom. So let me go and find a place to go to the bathroom." So he starts running, racing to go to the bathroom, and he sees a bathroom there and he says, "Hold on, what's this?" This says, "These are composting toilets, aka dry toilets. They use no water to flush. Instead, they use the carbon from weeds, grass, leaves, and ash to quickly and odorously turn your poo into soil to fertilize our native plants. Your contribution helps." Wow, that's cool. I guess I could go and do my business. So he climbs up the stairs and gets inside. And he's not sitting down properly yet. But he does his business. And you'll notice that the composting toilets actually have solar panels on them to drive the fan that brings moisture out and brings air in. And when he's done doing his business, of course, he goes out and he says, I wonder where all that stuff goes and why I had to climb up these stairs. So he walks around and he notices that in the back of the composting toilet are 55-gallon drums on wheels, and that's where the poo goes. Now, I haven't put the cylinders in yet to carry the poo down into it, and these are sealed, so bear with me, that part of the modeling has to be done. But that is the composting toilet, and this is the idea from Kibbutz Lotan Eco Village, where they first introduced me to the idea of building composting toilets with bins, and so that's what we've done at Rosebud, and then the bins can be wheeled out and left to cure, and new bins can be put in. So then he says, well, I better get to class. So he runs to the classroom and goes inside the door, and it's really bright in there, but then there's a lot of bright students. Now, I can't figure out what's wrong with this model, why it has such intense brightness, and there's no light to turn on or off that I can find in here. Anyway, it's not a real classroom, but it does have some functionality, so it's kind of fun because the student can sit in the table. And what does that say? Don't know, can't read that book. But yeah, so that's the classroom, a little different than our real classroom. And I don't think there's any functionality in here. So he goes out, la-di-da, and he says, boy, I wish we never used dumpsters. We're going to have to find a way to get rid of this whole trash thing, because trash is really bad. And he says, well, in that case, I'm going to go over to the biodigester, because that is where we have we put all of our food waste. And it shows, he looks over here and he sees a sign, and the sign says, "This is Pete's Dragon, a Chinese community biodigester." PETES stands for Prokaryotic Effluent Treatment Energy System. Pete's can take up to 1 barrel or 200-liter drum of food waste per day. And he says, hooray! That means we don't have to have all that stuff go in the landfill. And when I'm cooking on these burners, then, as you can see, I can use the biogas to cook, and any stuff that's left over that I don't want, I can put in the biodigester, and it never has to go to landfill. And then there's another grill over here, and this grill opens up, and then you can see the gas burners turn on there. So that's cool functionality that's built into the game. You can go up on the stage. We haven't built the dragon's head yet, but if he wants to put some of the food waste in, inside this fence is our food grinding area with a wash tub sink outfitted with a 1 horsepower InSinkErator food grinder. When we grind food waste, we can get gas within 24 hours. So he jumps over into there, and he's going to grind into these barrels. But you can see underneath here, especially if I look around, turn around, you can't see because he's too tall. So I'm going to have to raise these up. But you can see down here, you can see the InSinkErator that is for grinding into the barrel. And there's the InSinkErator flange. So that's the best way to treat your food waste. Put it through a food grinder like this, an incinerator, and grind it into a bucket. And then I'll have to work on programming to get him so he can carry the bucket and to open the door, which I can't do, so I have to jump over. Now we've got 3 identical biodigesters here. The second one is our Pusheen Wishing Well digester. It's identical to Pete's Dragon, but it's half buried and has been decorated to be a landscape feature. The gas is stored in the bag under the roof, which also stores batteries and charge controller and inverter for the 600-watt solar array on the south face. Huh, solar array? Let me go look at that. So he goes over here, and he looks around and goes, wow, it's true, look at that. There are solar panels up on top of that. And while I'm here, what is this? This is a Solar Cities IBC tank biodigester system with an IBC tank floating gas holder right here. It takes 1 bucket of food waste a day. Oh, so I can put some of the food waste in here, he says, and some into the Dragon here and some into the Wishing Well. And then the slurry from this digester goes into this tank, and the slurry from this digester goes into this tank, and the slurry from this digester goes into this tank. Wait, what's this digester? Well, it's the 3rd digester. This one here. Oh, floating plants. I have to work on fixing that. This Pusheen digester is identical to the other 2, but it is fully buried. It was covered with inert sand, but as you can see, the liquid fertilizer it produces has created a lush pollinator garden for our butterflies and honeybees, proof of the liquid compost fertilizer value of biodigested food waste. Well, it must be pretty darn good if it can make plants float in midair and defy gravity. No, we've got to fix that. That's a problem in the orientation playing. So he says, well, what's this over here? Well, over here, these cows, OJ and his mate, provided the startup microbes for our biodigesters. Wow, cool. You mean I can actually start my own biodigester? Yay! Using cow manure? Wait, what about my poop? Can I do that? And the answer is yes, you can. So you mean I can go to the composting toilet and use that to start a biodigester? And the answer is yes. Well, what's down here? Well, we have the solar hot water system with the thermosiphon barrel, and we've got all of Culhane's photovoltaic panels, which store their energy in here. And here's another sign, and this sign says we store our 12 volt 100 amp 6 12 volt 100 amp hour batteries, our charge controller and inverter, in this weatherproof box. We need them near the solar panels so we don't have to use the thick, expensive cables. Once we've inverted to AC power, 120 volts, we run an extension cord all the way to our RV, which is completely powered by the 10 panels in front of this box. And there's the RV way back there. So he walks over and he says, well, what is in this box? Well, there's the 6 12 volt batteries, there's the inverter, and there's the 80 amp charge controller right there. And notice that the panels are on cinder block here or on wooden platforms. And they seem to have fallen off of this one. Oh well, some fixing to do. So there's that. Then you can kick that ball. That ball goes rolling. Well, let's follow that ball. Where's that ball going to? Well, it's going all the way to the RV. And there is a biodigester here that you can't quite see because it's so dark. But it's there somewhere. And then there's the RV. So this RV here, if we go inside, well, there's our RV, and you can turn on the lights. Does the stove turn on? You betcha. There's our biogas stove. Cooking on biogas, it's such a delight. Faucets turn on, cold water, hot water, and the hot water in our home is from the biogas as well. So that's pretty cool. I want to leave a flame burning, so let's turn these off. And can you open the oven? No, you can't, not in this model. But there is a fireplace here. We don't use the fireplace, but there is one in this RV, which is kind of cool. So the different functionalities built into these stock models. Go up here and into the bathroom. If we can go into the bathroom. Maybe we can't. We have to open the door. You open the bedroom door, and then you see the bedroom. Pretty cool. There's an air conditioning up there. Doesn't work. Don't see any lights here. There's a light. Yes, indeed there are lights. And the lights, that light turns on. The other one doesn't seem to. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's cool. Come out here, go into the bathroom there, and there seems to be a the door. And there's the faucet, and the faucet does turn on. That's good. And the shower. Does the shower turn on? Let me see if I can turn on a light here. No, no light turning on here. And no apparent shower on, but yes, there's a shower. Oh yes, you're taking a hot biogas-powered shower here. And then turn the shower off. So quite a bit that can be done. I guess we can leave the lights and the faucet on since we're in Cartoon Land. That RV's having tremendous trouble. I'm not sure why. This is the student intern RV where our students stay, and something's wrong with it, obviously. It's jittering around like crazy. So, and then there's the other RV where Deborah stays, and there's the school bus. But no way to get in the school bus. Oh, you can start the engine. Well, this does have some interesting ideas. If I could get the door to open on this, it looks like it does let you drive, but I don't know how yet. So we won't drive the school bus right now. We will run down past the beehives, hoping not to get stung by bees, and the cinder blocks. We have to kick the soccer ball, of course, and score. And then here's one of our golf carts with the solar panels that were supposed to be on it, and they fell on the ground, and I don't know why. So we'll have to leave the solar panels lying on the ground. But we can drive around the property and then we can hop out and then get in the van. And we can drive Brian's van, but it keeps colliding with the... keeps colliding. There we go. Oops, I just crashed into a car and caused a lot of damage there. So we can go around the property and start taking the van to look at... Whoa! Now stop. Oh, there it goes. It's going to go into the water. Goodbye. Oh well, we lost the van. But anyway, we're in the native wildflower garden part of Rosebud, which we can run around to. And what's nice about that is we're preparing a trail, and it starts with this pergola over here. And when you come off of Hale Road, you go through the pergola. If that's what it's really called, a pergola. You then go into the place where Dr. Craig Hugel has planted all this native wildlife. And I have to finish making the trail here so that there's the trail right there. So you can walk around, and there are no real rocks in the area, so that's something Roblox put in. And I come to the chicken coop, and that has a open thing where if you step on this, then it opens, and then you can go inside and then step on that, and then you can go deeper inside, go and get some eggs. I don't know where the chickens are that are making all this noise, but I guess they're truly free-range chickens. So we close that door so the chickens don't get out. Close that. Oh, we locked ourselves in. There we go. No, we locked ourselves in. No, we locked ourselves in. So you have to be pretty specific as part of the game. Now close it so the chickens can't get out. All right, and then make our way down to the dock and see if we can jump in the boat. Yep. And there's no way to row yet with this boat. And the water's really funky right now, so that's bad. And then we can go swimming. Have some fun swimming in the artificial waves there, the big wave machine. I think it's kind of cool though that you can go underwater. Let's see what it's like. We'll have to put the alligator in the game so that you can see. Ryan Smith and I actually did go scuba diving in this lake. It's only 10 feet deep and it's really murky, not nearly as clear as that. And there's the rest of the trail, the native wildlife forest. And then we've taken a stock house. We're not modeling anything right now, but if we were to go into the bishop's house, and this is not what the bishop's house really looks like. The door doesn't open, you have to walk through it, and then you can go into the study. You can go into the fireplace sit on the couch and watch Fox TV or National Geographic. Come into the kitchen. Open the refrigerator door if it will open. Seems to be having trouble last few times. Turn on the lights there. There don't seem to be burners that turn on here, unlike the RV. Nothing there. Wine bottles there. Nothing happening with the this microwave. Other programs have microwaves that work or toasters that work. This one does not. So it all depends on the model that you bring in, and I haven't learned how to program yet. The washing machine. And then, of course, the model is pretty complete so that you can go upstairs. And again, I just pulled this in from Roblox's standard assets. And then you end up in a big bedroom like this, which has its own closet. Got caught in the closet there. That's not what I wanted to go to. There you go. And then there's a bathtub that doesn't turn on. And these sinks don't turn on. Does the toilet work? Yes. The toilet does work, and you can flush it. And it makes a flushing sound. And I believe that when you look down, the water actually drains. No, it just makes the sound of draining in this model. And the shower here does not turn on, unlike in the RV. So again, it depends on who's programming and how much programming is done. But very extensive modeling in this, and it gives you an idea for how you can do planning and meet. I mean, we could all, no matter where you are in the world, if you have the URL and you have Roblox, we can all meet in Roblox and then discuss things like goats. There's our 5 goats. Discuss the keyhole garden, a type of raised bed that provides easier access to different plants. Using the cinder block holes, we can isolate many different species with different watering and nutrient needs. I haven't finished making that or the raised beds. I still have to pile the blocks up. It's like building it in real life because I have to lift each block, but a little bit easier. And the greenhouse is way too big, so that has to be worked on. So there's a lot of work to be done on this, but I think it gives an idea of how easy it will be in the future to create a good experience online for discussing sustainability. So we hope that you'll come and join us in virtual Rosebud, and then of course come out and see the real place and see the differences. We can obviously do more in virtual world than we can in the real world, but come and see, because most of the things that I've put in here actually do exist, like the solar panels and the biodigesters. The windmill is a lot smaller than that, the one that we have. The house is different. The greenhouse is smaller and has aquaponics in it, but this is a real place. It's 22843 Hale Road, Rosebud Continuum Sustainability Education Center, and this is the Roblox version of it. Thanks for watching. Yay, bye-bye.